Hey everybody, it's Mike again. In this video I just wanted to talk a little bit about my whole philosophy on endurance running. Uh, there are a lot of different tricks of the trade. Everyone has their own opinions on everything. I've been a distance runner pretty much most of my life, ever since it was about 10th grade. Yeah, I think it was 10th grade when I used to be a sprinter, but during a race I straight up popped my hamstring. I ripped it, and that's pretty painful. I don't know if anyone's ever ripped a hamstring or any muscle really. They know how painful that can be. So yeah, I did that, and then took about a year off and to ease back into it. That's how I got into doing the mile, doing the 2 mile, getting into cross country, which it's so much fun. I wish I would have done it way earlier than just 10th grade. But yeah, kind of fast forward a few years after I enlisted in the Air Force. I did a lot of distance running because I just started to kind of grow a knack for it. I really enjoyed it. It was something that I kind of excelled at more so than I did with sprinting, because sprinting, it's over too soon and that's it. You do 100 meters and that's the end of the race. So it really appealed to me, the whole idea of just getting out in the woods, getting out on the road, just going out on any trail that you can, and just running. I mean, there's a certain calming effect of that. So like I said, once I got into the Air Force, I started doing a lot more longer runs. And a buddy of mine that I grew up with, he suggested that we do the Air Force Marathon. So my first one was in, what year was that? Oh yeah, 2005, and then I did a second one in 2007. And I hadn't touched anything since. I haven't done any race long distance like that because I had kids a couple years after that. And I just kind of started not having as much time anymore, which that happens as an adult with kids. But my personal best on that was 2 hours and 49 minutes and just a little bit of change, which I know it's not stellar. I talk about my philosophy here, but I'm not really claiming to be some sort of, Haile Gebrselassie or, Meb Keflezighi, whomever. So, I just want to talk a little bit about how I feel, what's worked for me at least. Basically, I wish I would have listened more to my coaches when I was in high school, because they always harped on me, go out easy, and then you can worry about, kicking ass later. You can do the last lap of the race a hell of a lot faster than you went out at. And I thought I knew everything. I thought I didn't have to listen to that, and so I just tried to Steve Prefontaine it and just sprint all out the whole thing. Then I wondered why I was dying. And that kind of stuff translated over to when I started training for my marathons. I would try to run as hard as I could. I'd be out for a 12-mile run, take my pre-workout, and then I was wondering why I was burning out, because I was trying to mimic yesterday's performance to today and try to do that again tomorrow, which, if you're out for 10, 12 miles, or more, or anything really, any distance, and you're trying to just hit a certain pace, and you're trying to, bust out 6-minute miles one after the other every single day without trying to recover like you should, you're going to run into problems. That's when you get your injuries. That's when you get your overall burnout. Your legs start to get heavy. You can't maintain, and that's why a lot of people fall out of favor with running. So over the years, I eventually started, more so as of this year, my whole how I go about any of my long distance runs is I just run based on how my body feels. And 90% of the time, once I'm done with a 10-mile or so run, I don't feel tired at all. And when I say that, I mean I'm kind of taking a page from the playbook of the New Zealand coach Arthur Lydiard. His whole long slow distance methodology, where you work on your aerobic base more so, and then worry about doing your pace stuff later on in life. So, last several months, I've just been worried about just getting the mileage in, just, running easy, 10-minute miles, 10 minute to about anywhere between 10 and 12, based on the terrain, which that seems to work for me. I mean, I don't feel tired. I don't feel as bad. My legs don't feel heavy the next day. I feel good, really. I can go for a long time. I can go for hours at a time if I want to. Because you're kind of hitting that, you're not hitting that, you're not moving from that aerobic threshold up into the anaerobic region. So, it's a lot easier. It's kind of less wear and tear on your body. You're slowing it down. You're running based on how your body feels. You're not killing yourself. And that, God, I wish I could have learned that a long time ago. because I'm 30 now, so it doesn't really do me any favors now that I'm older, and I'm kind of out of that whole sprinting marathon, getting sub 210s, which I could probably do it. Well, okay, maybe take that back. Maybe not 210s. I could probably get lower than what I did, the 247, because technically you peak at 30, which I don't know. Whatever. I'm no scientist. I don't know about that. But yeah, so I could go a little quicker, I guess, if I really trained and I didn't have to go to work and it was actually my job to run. But that's not realistic at all. So, it is what it is. But like I said, running based on how your body feels, the whole idea of just getting out there, don't use any headphones. Don't try to get specific times. Don't try to split at a certain pace at a certain interval, because you're just stressing yourself out, and that's really kind of where people stop liking the sport. And to me, I've kind of found this renewed confidence in myself, this kind of renewed vigor within me that allows me to want to do more. I mean, if I go out and do, let's say, 10 miles today, I might finish it in hour and a half, hour 40, depending on where I'm going, but that's completely fine with me. I did a good run. I don't feel tired. I sweat my ass off. That's for damn sure. Well, I would. It's not just because I sweat too much anyways. But, you feel tired. You feel like you've actually worked yourself. Your lungs don't feel tight like they're trying. You have to rip through your chest or anything. But you got the mileage in. Your legs are used to being on. You're used to being on your feet for that long. You know what it's supposed to feel like. So, it's just, if I had any advice for anybody, I would tell them just to slow down, because you can worry about your quick splits later on. It's not going to kill you if you just take 6 months to a year and just do long, slow distance. Build your mileage up, build your aerobic base up. Don't worry about hitting splits. Don't worry about doing fartleks or any sort of interval training. Nothing like that. You don't need to worry about mile splits or anything. That can come later on. My whole ideology with distance running is just get out there, just go slow, just get a basic foundation for what your body should be doing. I mean, we're creatures that according to some people, we became who we are, this whole bipedalism, and we use that to our advantage in order to run, to deliver messages, to hunt, everything. So it's part of our transportation. So we're creatures that naturally run and walk. So it's something that comes to us by nature. So there's nothing too complicated about it. Just get out there and just have fun with it. Just go slow, take it easy, and that's really my basic of it. If you want to go out for a long run, just don't worry about your splits. Leave the watch. I mean, you can take the watch, but don't be hitting the split timing on anything, and just go. Put your clothes on, shorts and t-shirt. That's all you really need. Bring some water if you want, depending on how hot it is that day, and stay out for as long as you want. You might actually surprise yourself. That's the best part about it. So hopefully this was informative. Like I said, I'll probably have more stuff on this topic again, because I could speak for hours about it. So I will definitely expound upon this at a later date. If you guys have any questions or comments, just please leave them below, and I will talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.